Well, good evening, everyone. This is the Castro Valley News live show. My name is Roberto, and this is a live show we do every Tuesday night from 7 to 8:30. That is what we do now because we don't have a Saturday show. Excuse me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze here. Apologize. Right as the show starts, I'm going to sneeze. We start every episode with something we call the roll call, to where viewers and listeners post up a comment and they give it a shout out. A lot of folks coming in early for the roll call. Good evening, Katie. Hope you're doing well. Randall is in the house. Good evening, Randall. Dennis is with us. Dennis just sent 200 stars. Thank you, Dennis. Good evening to you. This is Dennis's 68th week sending stars. Wow. Mike B says he's not going to be on tonight, so there you go. In case you guys are wondering, Michael B, hope you have a wonderful night coaching. Tiffany is with us. Good evening, Tiffany. Thank you for joining us. Tiffany just sent 200 stars. If I didn't mention, this is Dennis's 68th week. He is the king of stars. However, Tiffany is the queen of stars. Tiffany, thank you for the 200 stars. This pen is not working for me. That's much better. Life is so much better with a good pen. You know what I'm saying? Try to write with something scraggly and what do you get? Nothing. We like to throw things here on the show. Tiffany, thank you so much for the 200 stars. This is Tiffany's 69th week. Tiffany's the queen of stars. Rowena is with us. Good evening, Rowena. Rowena, we haven't seen you for a while. We are glad you can join us again. Rowena just sent 50 stars. Thank you so much. This is Rowena's first week back, first week sending stars. John is in the house. Good evening, John. John is asking, did anyone feel the earthquake today? I completely missed it, and I usually feel them, which is wild. Bob is in the house. Good evening, Bob. Bob says, last Tuesday night at the Shark Tank. Bob just sent 50 stars. Thank you, sir. Bob, have a wonderful evening at the Shark Tank. This is Bob's 35th week sending stars. Catching up with the comments and people sending stars here. Good evening, Cali Life. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. John, first day at his new job went well. I'm glad to hear that, John. And a tip of the cap to your new employer. They have an asset, a wonderful asset in their company. Meredith is in the house. Good evening, Meredith. Meredith says, shout out to Aaron's art studio. Aaron is awesome. Aaron, I love you. You're wonderful. Meredith, thank you for the 100 stars. Meredith, have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the sunshine. It is great out there. Let's see. This is Meredith's 5th week sending stars. I apologize for the dead air. I am trying to catch up with all the comments. Whenever the comments come in, the scroll goes right back to the beginning, so I end up being behind. Kimberly is with us. Paulette is in the house. Good evening, Paulette. Chris felt the earthquake. There you go. Hello, right back at you, Ross. Ross is in the house. Ross just sent 25 stars. Thank you, Ross. Ross is a boss. This is Ross's, what do I have Ross on here? I have Ross 32 weeks. Thank you, Ross. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Kimberly is with us. Good evening, Kimberly. There you go. Ross is having dinner at Southern Comfort Kitchen tonight. Used a gift certificate won here on Castro Valley News Live. Well, there you go. It's a win-win-win for everyone. And yes, huge shout out to Aaron's Art Studio in the Village. If you do not know about Aaron's Art Studio, this is not a paid ad, just by the by. You should know about Aaron's Art Studio because it's one of the most wonderful businesses in Castro Valley. If you're looking to do paint your own pottery, if you're looking to be instructed on how to paint an actual painting, they can do all that for you. They're wonderful people. They're great artists. And Aaron has been in business, I think it's over 20 years. And I've known Erin for a lot of years, and she's just a wonderful person. She puts her heart and her soul into her business. And again, guys, let me give you a hint here. Let me give you a tip, a pro tip. If you're looking for a really cool date night, a first date night, a date night, any across the board, a cool date night spot is Erin's Art Studio. Guys, I hope you're taking notes here. I hope you're writing this down, because it's a super fun thing to do, to go do art with your potential significant other. Could be a man and his boyfriend, a girl and her girlfriend. It don't matter. It does not matter. First date material, Erin's Art Studio. It's a blast. And then you can go bowling at the Village Bowling Center. You can go grab something to eat at Nick the Greek. You can go grab something to eat at Aroma Cuisine of India. The Village, right there, there's your date. There's your date. Go do some wonderful art at Erin's Art Studio. Grab something to eat at Aroma Cuisine. I'm suggesting Aroma because they're independent, and go have some fun bowling. There you go. Just go to the Village. Go to the Village and have some fun. Ooh, that should be a song. Paulette says, great art teachers at Erin's Art Studio. Yes, and yes. Dawn is in the house. Good evening, Dawn. Ross has just tagged so many people. I'm embarrassed for not catching up with that. And in addition to that, Paulette just sent 200 stars. Thank you, Paulette. If you happen to be looking for a realtor, go see Paulette also in the Village. There's a real estate office that's right next to the pizza place, Keller Williams. Go see Paulette. If you're looking to sell a house, buy a house, if you have questions about your house and the value of your house, if you're looking for information in regards to the market when it comes to real estate, go see Paulette Johnson. She knows what she's talking about. Paulette has sent stars 32 weeks. Thank you, Paulette. Appreciate that. I apologize for being silly using... This microphone's just so amazing. Ross has just tagged Don, Ari, Janella, Michael J, Deloy. Don is in the house. Yes. Let's see. John says, are there any Giants fans here? He's got 20 of his autographs. 20 of Giants? I'm not sure. Anyways, Don is tagging Maggie. Bob, here you go. Hey, we're going to continue referring local businesses here. Chris says Engrave It recently went above and beyond on a custom project for him. So there you go. Chris, welcome to the show. I think Chris is new, but I could be wrong. So we got Chris G is new. New for the roll call, at least. Bob says, had excellent enchiladas last Saturday from my Aunt Rosa. There you go. Tia Rosa. Saw her not too long ago. Excuse me. Also, now I'm in trouble because I missed Mom's text. Mom is in the house. Hey, Mom. I love you. I know Mom's enjoying the sunshine as well. Mom says, good evening, Castro Valley. Today's Tuesday, April 4, 2023. Buy an ad. Yes, you can buy an ad. Meredith is saying hello to Paulette. Paulette won the Midway last week. Got a gift card, $25 for Eden Bicycles. And sadly enough, before I get to talking about Eden Bicycles, Don sent 20 stars. Don, thank you, sir. Handsome Don is in the house. Handsome Don. Don's a good-looking guy, and he's a sweetheart. Don has sent stars 61 weeks. Thank you so much, Don. I appreciate your support. John is saying hello to Mom. Let's see. All right, I'm up to speed with the comments. And Gene is with us. Gene, I apologize sincerely. I missed you in the roll call. I apologize for that. I knew there was someone that I missed in the roll call, and I scrolled back, and I couldn't find your comment. So, Gene, good evening, Gene. Glad you can join us. Sadly, but you know what can we say about someone who has worked in our community for a lot of years and done a lot of things behind the scenes? That's Chris Padavana at Eden Bicycles. who graced the front page of our most recent magazine. Chris's last day, I think, is this Thursday. Chris, well, I mean, if you want to hear all the story, just go grab yourself one of the Castro Valley News magazines, and you can hear the entire story. Chris bought Eden bicycles when he was 17. He got a loan from a friend, and Chris and his family have done lots of stuff behind the scenes here in the community. Chris is just a cool guy. I've known him for a lot of years. Don says Paulette is faster than a Corvette at closing real estate deals. There you go, Don. I caught it. Chris G says he's newish. Might have not seen him around as Nosh. Might have seen him around as Nosh abroad on social media. Sometimes comment on YouTube and stuff. Yes, Chris G, I have seen your alias Nosh abroad. But anyways, Chris G, welcome to the show. But we're talking about Chris Padavana at Eden Bicycles. This is his last week. The shop will be in the hands of Trek Bicycles. And Chris is going to, from what I understand, his plans are to move to Nevada City. And like I said, I've known Chris for a lot of years. He's a wonderful guy. Eden Bicycles have done a lot of things behind the scenes for our community. Chris donated tons of bikes and parts and his time to Billy Bradford with Bad Business model bikes. And I'm going to miss Chris. Hopefully he'll be in town for a little bit longer. But so Paulette has that $25 gift card to Eden Bicycles. I suggest you use it fairly soon. Otherwise, the money from that gift card will go to Trek Bicycles and not go to Chris Padavana. So that is something to bear in mind, Paulette. And I know Ross, Paulette's significant other, is big into bicycles, as I am as well. So just wanted to give a special shout out and salute to Chris Padavana. With that said, one of the things that I do have on the list here that I wanted to mention is this handsome fella. I mean, Chris is a handsome fella, but this handsome fella right here, this magazine was delivered to businesses last Thursday, I think. Chris G is asking, wonder if his lifetime tube replacement is still valid at Eden Bicycles now. That would be a good question for their staff there. I'm not sure how much of those things are going to be honored with Trek. I would give Eden Bicycles a call and double check on that. But getting back to the magazine here, this is our Castro Valley News magazine. This handsome fella was delivered to just about every business in Castro Valley last Thursday. And before we dig any deeper into the show, I want to give you a reminder before we get into the advertisers and the shout outs here. There is a 10% off Elevate Home Decor coupon ad in the magazine. So all you got to do is get one of these handsome fellas and bring this to Elevate. They're on Somerset Avenue. They're catty corner to Owl's Market, and you get 10% off of your purchase, courtesy of Lynette and Elevate Home Decor. So anyways, I wanted to mention that here before we get any deeper into the show, that absolutely, positively, unequivocally, without a doubt, go grab one of these magazines, because there's a valuable coupon in the inside of this. I'm going to guess, I'm pretty sure that Aaron's Art Studio still has a couple of these. So if you wanted to do that date night with your significant other, I apologize, things are getting silly here because I like to do, every so often, I like to do the jazz radio voice. Head on over to Aaron's Art Studio in the Castro Village. Grab yourself one of these magazines. Get yourself a coupon inside. You get 10% off at Elevate Home Decor. In addition to that, you'll also have some wonderful stories and local things to look at. Because this handsome devil right here, we've got a lot of cool stories. Particularly proud of getting Chris on page 1 here and giving him a salute as he moves along. Maggie is in the house. Good evening, Maggie. Glad you can join us. It's officially a show. We've got all the wonderful folks here, in addition to Maggie, who is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's 3 wonderfuls. Maggie, glad you can join us. Thank you for all that you do to make the show so much better. Don and Ross are having a tag party, and you guys are wonderful. Let me make a wild attempt. Don just tagged Chris, Rob, Richard, Ricky. Paulette says she loves Lynette. Lynette is great. Don just tagged John, and 2 different Johns. Let's see. Paulette loves Erin at Erin's Art Studio. I love Erin too. She is a sweetheart. She's just a sweet person, sweet and generous person. Don just tagged Katie, Kathleen, Kathy. Ross tagged the same John that Don tagged. Don also tagged Katrina, Catherine, and Kathleen. Before I attempt to move to other things in the show here, at 7:30, we're going to have a call-in interview with Rick Hollander with Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats. We're going to talk about their new location in here in Castro Valley and some of the wonderful things that Nobody's Perfect, that's perfect with a K, some of the wonderful things that they have done in regards to getting animals forever homes. But before that, that's going to happen at 7:30. Before that, don't hate me, but I'm mentioning the spring book sale from the Friends of the Castro Valley Library. I know I have mentioned this every show, but I'm going to mention it many more shows because, and you guys probably already know that. You guys are probably like, oh, I'm going to walk away. He's going to talk about the book sale again. Oh, the book sale. Pshaw. But if you've forgotten about the book sale, or if you're new people listening to the show, I want to let you guys know these book sales are wonderful. The high points of this book sale and the bookstore in the Castro Valley Library is every penny, every dime, every nickel, every dollar that you spend at the bookstore and these book sales goes directly back into the library. The Friends of the Castro Valley Library are volunteers. Oops, that's upside down. And I think there's like 20 of them total, and it's amazing the amount of funds that they raise for the library. Like I said, every cent that you spend during the book sales and at the bookstore goes directly back into the library to pay for, you might ask, what does it pay for? It pays for additional new materials for the library. It pays for programs at the library. So if you're going to a reading program for children at the library, a lot of the money for those programs comes from the book sale and the bookstore. So, good evening, Nathan. Nathan is in the house. Welcome back, my friend. Bob says the rodeo parade is coming soon. Yes, it is. But getting back to Nathan, you're just in time because I'm harping on the book sale coming up. It's going to be May 5th, 6th, and 7th. I can't express to you the really cool stuff that is at the book sale. If you're looking for mystery books, children's books, cookbooks, DVDs, CDs, antiquarian books, if you like vintage books, they're there. I'm not going to discuss that again. But I will. I mean, not tonight. Sorry, not tonight. Maggie is saying hello to Mom. Hi, Mom. I love you, as does so many other people during the show. Excuse me. Nathan, my pleasure. Glad that you are with us. Let me cross some stuff off the list here. We did that. We got a new magazine. We talked about the book sale. Let me let you know something coming up. Yes, Nathan, the book sale has cookbooks. If you like to cook, they got tons of cookbooks. They have children's books, super popular, mysteries, westerns, romance novels. You name it, they got it there. DVDs, super popular with everybody. CDs, also popular. What else do they have? fiction books, mystery books, sci-fi books. It's all there. You get the picture. Let me let you know something coming up with the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. They have a Fam Fest, Spring Fam Fest Festival, Saturday, May 6th, 2023. This is going to be on East 14th Street at the Ashland Community Center. So let me give a lowdown here. Saturday, May 6th, the festival will take place between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. on East 14th Street between 163 Avenue and 164 Avenue in unincorporated Ashland near San Leandro. Food trucks will be present. Good evening, David. David, I'm blabbing about the Fam Fest, the Spring Fam Fest Festival. That is a tongue twister. The Spring Fam Fest Festival, Castro Valley, Eden Area, Chamber of Commerce. Paulette says KW in Castro Valley is hosting an Easter egg hunt 10 to 1 on Saturday. Come have fun, catch the real estate bug, find Paulette or Ross and get a special egg. Paulette, if you have events coming up, send me a flyer and they can be discussed during the show, just like the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce event here in my hot little hand. This is the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. Let me see if I can say it right. Spring Fam Fest Festival. Pat on the back right there. It is organized by the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce in partnership with Supervisor Nate Miley's office, Alameda County, and the Reach Ashland Youth Center. So, what's happening at the Fam Fest? Food trucks, as well as local eateries and breweries, will be in attendance. Live music, children's areas, games, and shopping to fill up your morning and afternoon. It is a great event for the family, and it is free. So, if you want to check out the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce Fam Fest Spring Festival, that's happening Saturday, May 6th, 2023. All you have to do is go to the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce website or their Facebook page to find out more information about that event. With that said, Maggie just sent 200 stars. Thank you, Maggie. Appreciate you. Maggie, I'm tongue-tied trying to express how much appreciation I have for Maggie and all that she does for Castro Valley News. She buys ads in the magazine. She takes it upon herself to go to other businesses and tell them that she loves what we do, and she recommends that they advertise with Castro Valley News. And I greatly appreciate that, Maggie. You are awesome, and I can't express how much I appreciate your support. Don does that too. So does Bob. I know. I know it's kind of it's a phrase that you hear a lot. But you guys just bless the show in so many ways, and I just want to express how much I appreciate you guys' help. Last thing that I want to mention is the wonderful folks at Three Cross Church, that is Redwood Chapel. They are going to have an Easter experience April 7 and 8. There will be a 6 p.m. walkthrough, 7 p.m. drama and musical. There will also be sunrise service at 6:30. Easter service, you can see that in the flyer here. If you were looking for more information, go to redwoodchapel.org. They do a lot of things for the holidays. They do a lot of things in the community. Redwood Chapel, this is going to be the Triumphant Cross. Easter experience April 7th and 8th. 6 p.m. walkthrough, 7 p.m. drama and musical. This is a free event. Show up and check it out. And again, let's see. David says Paulette is the boss. Paulette. Oh, so apparently during the KW Easter egg hunt, 10 to 1 p.m. on Saturday at the Adobe Center, Ross is saying that there will be some eggs with money in them. Just saying. There you go. So check it out. Thank you to the folks with Keller Williams, KW, in the Village. They're local real estate folks. They do a lot of stuff in the community. I believe it's Paulette, but it's also is it Sherry Grubb? I hope I'm not remembering her name incorrectly, but it is, from what I understand, it is the Grubb team. But Paulette is one of the realtors there at Keller Williams, and they got some stars on the team there. They got Paulette. They've got I think Nick is out of that office as well. But anyways, if you have any real estate questions, so I'm going to do the jazz voice again. If you have any real estate questions, Judy Grubb, I apologize. There's always something during the show that I remember incorrect, and it is Judy Grubb. It is the Judy Grubb team, Keller Williams. But with that said, tip of the cap to Judy Grubb. But with that said, if you have any real estate questions, concerns, if you would like someone to answer questions in regards to buying or selling a home, you need to link up with Paulette Johnson with the Keller Williams team. They're there in the Castro Village Shopping Center next to Mountain Mike's, across the parking lot from Trader Joe's. Don't miss out. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. If you have questions about Paulette's awesome. And if you have real estate questions, just go see her. Don't be shy. Knock on the door. Say, hey, that goofy guy with Castro Valley News. That goofy guy with Castro Valley News suggested I come by and say hello. Nathan is asking about the food truck information. Just go to the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page. Let me find that for you. Let me a moment here. Oops. Find that link for you. Toot sweet right here. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail if my internet wasn't so slow. Okay. Just give me a moment. I know there's a lot of dead air here, but I'm looking for something. All right, Nathan, I have a link here that will lead you to some information in regards to the FamFest. I'm going to post that up right now. And there you go, Nathan. And we've got Rick calling in right now, so let's talk to Rick. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Good, Robert. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for calling in.
Sure.
So everyone listening, Rick Hollander are you the executive director?
I am.
Okay.
Director.
I'm amazed that I got that correct, and I apologize. Rick Hollander is the executive director of Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats. And congratulations on your new space. Do you wanna just give us a little bit of backstory in what Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats does, how long you've been in existence, and some of that info?
Yeah, so we've been around probably 6 or 7 years. We started out with working with a cat rescue called Sunshine Cats, or Sunshine Rescue in San Leandro, and when they decided, we were doing the dogs for them. And then when they decided to close shop, we ended up renaming ourselves Nobody's Perfect Dogs Rescue, and started our own 501c3 at that point. And so we at one point got an adoption center inside the Bayfair Mall. We kind of got tired of doing remote adoption events inside PetSmart and all those things, and thought it would be nice to have a place we could call home and didn't have to set up every time and that type of thing. So about 5 years ago, I guess it was, we got a small space inside the Bayfair Mall near the children's play area. And we were there for probably 2.5 years before COVID set in. And then, of course, the mall was closed for about 1.5 years. And then when the mall reopened, we took an opportunity to move into a much larger space inside the mall. And we were there for about 1 year, a little over 1 year, maybe 1 year and 3 months. And we had enough space to put in a store, a boutique, that would help pay some of the bills that we were getting to pay, for paying rent and so on in the mall. And that was really a very successful venture, even though it was inside the Bayfair Mall. We made the best of it, but we were really busy on the weekends, and things were hopping. And then all of a sudden we found out that the Bayfair Mall had been sold. And so the new owners sort of came to us at first and said, we'll rehome anybody inside the parts of the mall we're not going to tear down at some point, and anybody who wants to do that. So we said, put our name on the list. And then a couple of weeks later, they came and said, yeah, we're not rehoming you in the mall. You need to go. And so please plan on being out of there probably by the end of next year or January. And so we sat down and made plans and all that, and then we got a letter in the mail saying you got to be out of here in 45 days.
Oh man.
And so then at that point, I think we had Paul, one of our board members at the time, come on and talk to you guys.
Yeah, that was a while ago. The gear shift with the notice just was kind of whiplash.
It was, people were so upset because we had made these great plans, a 6-month plan, and it all fell apart.
Yeah.
So
since you go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I was just curious. How did you guys manage during the pandemic? What was kind of your method of probably before that we should probably get some description of exactly what you do with Nobody's Perfect, because I think that's really important for people to know.
Yeah, so we carved out a little niche for ourselves to sort of separate us from other rescue groups. We just, we weren't very big. We had limited resources, so we decided to focus on the dogs that were more in need, so that we could keep the numbers down. And so we became what we call a rescue of last resort. So we talked to our shelter partners. We had 2 or 3 at the time, and said, only talk to us about a dog that is not adoptable through your shelter because of behavioral or medical problems, and that you've asked every other rescue to take, and they said no, and the dog is going to be put down. So then reach out to us and see if we can take it. So that was our niche, to take these dogs that had no other options. And so those are the kinds of dogs that we have, chronic medical problems, sometimes chronic behavioral problems.
And these are dogs that would probably otherwise be euthanized, correct?
Oh, yes, they were pretty much scheduled to be euthanized before they called us.
And what are some of the things that you guys, that your volunteers do to help these animals be more appealing to people to adopt them?
Well, sometimes it's just a matter of getting them out of the shelter and into a foster home. We've had dogs that were snapping at people and aggressive, and 20 minutes outside of the shelter completely turned around. So most of them are fairly easy that way as far as behavioral problems go. And then there's some dogs, we take some feral dogs that have probably had very little, if any, human contact their whole lives, and it's just time.
Yeah.
It's putting them in a foster home. We like to put them in with other dogs because other dogs help them learn to be a real dog type of thing, and we just give them time, and sometimes it's a few days, sometimes it's a few weeks, few months, couple years.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that you guys took feral dogs. That's awesome.
And when they can't find anybody else to take it, yeah.
Thank you. That's awesome. And you mentioned something about, I think some of the behavior that comes out in dogs is really just because they're at the shelter and they're trapped in there, and they just, for the lack of, they go bonkers a little bit.
Right, they're scared.
Yeah.
And
thank you for saying it more articulately than
they come out as aggressive, when they're scared. So.
Yeah. As someone who had a shelter dog for a long time, when we first met my shelter dog, he was going around the bend, and that's what they told us. That they kind of in a friendly way nudged us towards really visiting him again, because he hadn't been at the shelter for a long time, but he was. Yeah, it's tough. And
we'll step in and take an adoptable dog that's been there forever, and no chance, and so we'll actually take that dog as well if there's no other options for him.
So you are nonprofit, is that correct?
We are. But we spend a lot of time on dogs that don't have behavioral problems and have pretty severe medical issues. So our vet bills are astronomical. We do spinal surgeries. Wow. We fix broken hips. We treat kidney disease and all kinds of stuff. So,
if you had to guesstimate, how many dogs and cats have you helped rehome?
I think we're probably, well, last count, and the cats we've just done recently this last year, but I would say we're probably at 400 dogs.
Wow.
That we've done, which isn't a lot, compared to really big rescues. But these were dogs that needed a lot of help.
Those are dogs that may have not had a chance otherwise.
Yeah.
So what happened after you had to leave Bayfair? You had a temporary spot?
No, so we had to put everything into storage.
Okay.
We have a large storage room inside Bayfair, and then we had to rent a storage unit somewhere. And we just started hitting the pavement trying to find another place. We had a very, very good deal at Bayfair. When we first were there, they wanted us there. They needed the variety of businesses to bring in people that wouldn't normally come in. And so we paid very little rent at Bayfair. And so that was, we would have liked to have replicated that same situation somewhere else, but it didn't happen. Months and months of searching, we finally had to sit down and say, okay, we need to up our budget because nobody's going to, give us a good deal like Bayfair did. And all that. But we had the store, and the store at Bayfair paid everything. And we didn't really try to do anything with that store. We were giving that stuff away, and we weren't doing that many sales. And so we thought, if we did the store a little better, raised our prices a little bit, we could probably pay a much larger rent. So we'll see. Time will tell.
And now you're coming to Castro Valley, and is that something that you've wanted for a while?
That was our number one spot to look at. Maybe San Lorenzo was our number two spot. But we have a lot of supporters in Castro Valley. We have a lot of foster homes in Castro Valley. I used to work with Dusty Paws.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
my roots are in Castro Valley when I first started fostering.
Wayne and his wife, I can't remember her name, but Wayne was awesome.
Yeah. No, they're Wayne and Diane.
Wayne
passed away.
Yeah.
And Diane, they moved to Central Valley somewhere, I think. Yeah.
So the location you are working on now is 3810 Castro Valley Boulevard. The cross street is Forest, correct?
Forest and Northridge on the other side. Northbridge, I guess, on the other side of the street.
Okay.
Near the library. Yeah.
It was a Napa Auto Parts store and empty for a long, long time.
I'm guessing 20 plus years.
I think
maybe.
so. Yeah.
The last person that was occupying it had a landscaping business and stored all of his equipment in there, trucks and utility vehicles and stuff.
And what does the interior look like?
Well, we posted pictures
right
on our post. It's a mess.
Yeah.
It hasn't been cleaned in years and years and years, and so we're gonna have to redo kind of everything.
What's the floor space there?
It's about 3,000 square feet, less than what we had at the mall. We had about 4,500 square feet, but I don't know that we used that efficiently. We were spread out pretty good, and it was a sort of a long, narrow space, and this is more of a square space. So it'll be interesting when we start putting stuff in there to see how it pans out. We don't have a lot of storage. That's our biggest problem. So we're probably still going to have to rent a storage unit somewhere to take care of all the equipment that we have that we don't use on a regular basis.
And with that said, you guys are looking for some assistance in bringing the place up to usable level?
We are. So we're doing minimal stuff now. We have a big fundraiser tentatively scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd. We want to leave it in its raw state during that fundraiser so people can see where their money is going to go and what needs to be done. But there are some things we had to do before we could let people in there. We've got some mold abatement to do from a leaky roof. We had to take up some tile. We thought it was asbestos, but it ended up not being asbestos. So we're getting rid of that. And then the bathroom. Think of the worst case gas station bathroom you've been in and take that times two. You'll know what our bathroom is like. So we're going to renovate that before we have guests.
So specifically, what kind of your post mentioned that you're looking for volunteers. So specifically, what fields or areas would you be looking for, or just people to come help clean up? Or
yeah, we've had a number of people respond, maybe
Great.
20 some people, and so we've got a lot of construction people, electricians, and that type of stuff to do some of the more skilled work. Other than that, it's just going to be cleaning.
Okay.
Some of the cleaning, it's this. There's a drop ceiling in the front, but in the back, it's pretty high rafters. So we're going to have to get a scissor lift to get up there and do some cleaning in the rafters to make that nice. But that'll happen after the fundraiser.
Great. And in the meantime, right now, I am going to post your website, Nobody's Perfect dogsandcats.org. Your phone number.
We'll be making an announcement about the fundraiser and sell tickets ahead of time on our website and all that.
Okay. In the meantime, if anybody wants to volunteer or has any resources or would like to donate, that I just shared the website, the 1-510-940-8616 phone number, and Nobody's Perfect Dogs at Comcast.net.
Yeah, email's probably better because we can get back to you more than a voicemail on that. We're looking for a good deal on carpet.
Okay.
and maybe paint.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to paint the outside of the building.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be our biggest expenditure.
Do you have a rough target date for potentially opening?
June 1st, and if we can get it sooner, we will, because we need to have the store open to start making some money to pay the rent. So that's our target, is June 1st, but I'm hoping we can maybe move that up a couple weeks.
So going back to how these animals find their way to you, you're obviously tied into shelters. Do some of the shelter workers, kind of observe the behavior in these animals and give you a heads up and you come and see them?
They're assessed during their process. We used to sort of keep track of the dogs that have been there a long time. There's some websites you can go to see what dogs are in the shelters, and we sort of keep a list of what we're watching and so on. And then eventually we'll call and say, what's going on with this dog? He's been there for 2 months, not available for adoption. Or sometimes they'll just call us and let us know that they have a dog that needs help. We've been taking in a lot of puppies with emergency issues from Stockton Shelter for some reason. I know so many dogs get hit by cars at Stockton, I guess.
Wow.
Or thrown from cars. We've had a lot of medical out of Stockton on that, but we work with mostly Hayward and we used to do Tri-City, Fremont. Oakland Shelter is a big one for us. Berkeley Shelter, type of thing. We put a moratorium on taking any dogs since we got kicked out, because actually, if we couldn't have found a space, we may have just closed the rescue. So we didn't want to do that. So the shelters right now are kind of in a holding pattern with us until we're ready to say, we're ready to do it again. But during this absence, we lost a lot of volunteers. We lost the momentum. A lot of our foster homes, kept the dog or decided they didn't want to foster anymore. So we're going to have to build the program almost from scratch again in Castro Valley.
Well, let me know what and if anything I can do to help you guys, because I think what you guys do is just wonderful, especially for, the dogs that may not have a chance otherwise.
Yeah. No, we appreciate our fans. We're very picky, though, about who adopts those dogs.
That's good.
We piss off a lot of people when we say no, because it's just not a good fit.
What is the criteria or process for, screening potential adopters?
I mean, we have an application that asks a lot of questions about what they're willing to deal with. One of the big things is we don't adopt to families with kids. Because of the behavioral problems of the dogs. That gets us into a lot of flack sometimes from families. And we want the dog to be the center of attention. And when you got young kids, they need to be the center of attention. Right. So, that's part of it. But it's just people who want to take on a project. These dogs will always probably need work.
And do some of your volunteers follow up and contact some of the adopters and see how the animals are doing, or?
We hear back from our adopters every once in a while, and sometimes, they're going to go out of town, and these dogs are kind of hard to board sometimes because they're not all that well behaved in a boarding facility. And so sometimes our fosters will go ahead and take the dog back for a couple of weeks while they're traveling and that kind of thing. So yeah, we keep tabs on most of them. So especially the harder to place dogs.
Are you going to be housing the animals at that location on the boulevard?
No.
Okay.
Big
okay.
no.
Yeah. I wanted to mention that because that's going to be important for people to know.
Yeah. No, that was a big problem with the zoning. We struggled with any place we try to go with zoning, and we have to be really clear that it's not a shelter. It's a foster home based rescue.
Gotcha.
And so so dogs will be in foster homes.
That's great. So if there's anybody listening who may want to volunteer or be a foster, the website and the phone number, I'm going to post that up again here. Just reach out and let them know that you're interested in fostering or helping in some way. Do you guys accept donations of food, or is money the best way to go?
Money's probably the best way. Right now, the store is all brand new stuff that this company donated to us, so the secondhand stuff that we get donated doesn't really sell when you've got all this new stuff going on. But money's probably the best. And medications, we have so many dogs, epilepsy dogs, heart disease dogs. So any medications, that people want to give us. Unfortunately, when you give medications, it means your dog passed away. So it's sad to take those kind of donations, but we greatly appreciate them.
So right now, how many volunteers do you have, like, overall, helping with fostering and just doing the everyday things?
We still probably have about a dozen foster homes, maybe a dozen to 20. Some of our foster homes are hospice homes where the dog is going to live there for the rest of their lives, so we're going to support their vet care. And then some of our foster homes take dogs that are ready to be adopted. And then as far as volunteers, I suppose we have another 10 or so people that kind of help out on a regular basis that aren't fostering for us.
Last question, because I know you probably have other things to do tonight. Getting back to the pandemic, what happened to the pets in need during the shelter in place?
Every other rescue group, everybody was grabbing dogs and adopting dogs. We did not experience that. We got a lot of people who wanted to foster. That was the big thing. We were inundated with foster applications. We took on about 12 foster homes, and all but 2 of them gave the dog back after 2 or 3 days. Mm. So we thought, no, this isn't going to be a thing. So we suffered during the pandemic. Our adoptions dropped way down, and we haven't really recovered from that. So we're hoping that we can start getting adoptions up and down again. I think we'll get more people in the adoption center in Castro Valley than we did in Bayfair Mall. So because our dogs are there on the weekends, people get to interact with them and really get to know them. So we're anxious to get that back going again.
Also, during the pandemic, what happened to these animals that could not be adopted? Were they unfortunately euthanized?
Well, it's actually, we didn't have that many dogs to take because the rescue groups were desperate for dogs because they didn't have enough dogs, and so they were willing to take on some more riskier dogs, I think, at that point. And during the pandemic, not a lot of dogs were coming into the shelters. I mean, the shelters were empty during most of the pandemic. It was kind of a weird time.
Okay. Well, Rick, thank you so much for your time, and welcome to Castro Valley. And absolutely, if there's anything that I can do further to help you guys, continue your momentum, you need to let me know. Absolutely.
Thank you for reposting our original post. We got a lot of traffic out of that.
Good.
A lot of traction. So thank you very much.
Good. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate your time.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was Rick Hollander, who is the executive director of Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats. I just shared their website, phone number, and email. They are looking for volunteers, foster people. If you missed the big post that came in not too long ago, Nobody's Perfect will be occupying the former Napa Auto Parts store at the corner of Castro Valley Boulevard, Forest across from Norbridge. And I've known of this organization for a while. I did a story about them some time ago, and I think it's remarkable and very admirable for what they do. They work with dogs and cats that have behavioral problems or imperfections that otherwise would prevent them from being adopted. And Rick, thank you so much for the good work you do helping those animals, and looking forward to see what's going to happen at 3810 Castro Valley Boulevard. Ross and Don both thank Rick for your time, as do I, Rick. Appreciate you taking time out, carving out a little bit of time tonight and letting people know what you do. I really feel like we should do the midway. I mean, it's not even the midway anymore. We should do the giveaway. Kathy is with us. Good evening, Kathy. Kathy, you're just in time for the giveaway. But before that, Kathy, glad you can join us. Kathy just sent 50 stars. Thank you, Kathy. This is Kathy's 52nd week sending stars. Thank you so much, Kathy. Appreciate your support. Before we proceed, I'll let you know a little bit something about the stars thing, because there's a lot of talk about stars. Really quickly, there's an icon you can click here. You purchase stars. They do cost money. They cost a couple bucks. The cool thing about purchasing stars and sending them to your favorite live content creator on Facebook is the money that you spend on the stars goes directly to your favorite live content creator on Facebook. Hopefully it's Castro Valley News. Could be anybody. It could be Corey Feldman. It could be Live Oak Island. It could be Deep Liquor. It could be whoever. But if you want to send some stars, show your love in a monetary means, go ahead and buy some stars. Moderator says, click the star link next to the comment field to learn more. 1 cent per star goes to Facebook. Your favorite live content creator gets the rest. So the caveat is, of course, Facebook says, but it's not a lot. The majority of it goes to us. So let's do the midway. But before that, I'm going to thank our sponsors, which is, and I'm going to breeze right through this as fast as I can. And I apologize. Sometimes this takes a little bit more time than I like it to take, but I want to give shout outs to the advertisers in our most recent magazine. This magazine came out last week. There still might be time to find some at a local business, but they go fast from what I understand. And it's an honor that people like this magazine. Thank you so much to Pete's Ace Hardware, Castro Valley's staple hardware store. Been open since 1930 something, one of Castro Valley's longest running businesses, Pete's Ace Hardware. If you don't know about Pete's Ace Hardware, I'm going to tell you right now. They're located at 2569 Castro Valley Boulevard. Thank you, Linda and staff. Thank you to Lynette at Elevate Home Decor. If you don't know about this shop, they opened not too long ago. They have so much wonderful stuff, one-of-a-kind gift items. The owner, Lynette, is wonderful. And also, if you bring in this magazine, you get 10% off your purchase price. Elevate Home Decor is located at 3560 Somerset Avenue, right across Caddy Corner from Al's Market. Thank you so much to CV San, Castro Valley Sanitary District, one of the Bay Area's longest running governmental agencies. They are super fiscally responsible. CV San handles Castro Valley's garbage, recycling, and wastewater services. Again, they're located on Marshall Avenue if you would like to stop by and say hello if you have any questions. Thank you to Superstar State Farm agent Todd Anglin. He also handles financial services. He is located at 20235 Redwood Road. Todd Anglin. He is your State Farm representative. Good evening, Redwood Chapel. Redwood Chapel's in the house. Mark H., you are not late. You're just in time for being honest, awesome, and honest. Mark H., good evening. Eileen is with us, too. Eileen just sent 400 stars. There you go. The stars work. Thank you, Eileen. This is Eileen's 67th week. Eileen, you're just in time for me to let you know how awesome Erica Sparza at Go Green Driving School is. Holy smokes. You know what? If you want to learn how to drive in a Tesla, Eric's got him. He is located at 19131 Redwood Road, Suite D, located near the Redwood Market, which is right next to Trojan Stadium on Redwood Road. Please go see Eric if you or anyone you know is learning how to drive. Eric's the go-to guy. He's been doing this a lot of years. He has locations in Castro Valley and Dublin. Thank you so much to Shane Sharkey and the Castro Valley School of Music, located at 3585 Castro Valley Boulevard, right around the corner from Southern Comfort Kitchen. If you are looking for lessons on how to sing, how to play drums, how to play a violin, how to play clarinet, saxophone, I think I said drums again, different set of drums, go see Shane Sharkey. If you're looking to learn how to play ukulele, Shane does that. He also has wonderful singing instructors. If you are looking to learn how to project your voice and sing, go see Shane Sharkey, Castro Valley School of Music. Last but not least, we have another wonderful realtor. That is the Christy Peixote team, located in San Ramon, I believe, but they handle estate and wonderful ranch homes here in Castro Valley. And Christy is a big supporter of the rodeo and the rodeo life. If you are looking to get more information about your home, or if you have questions that are real estate related, all you have to do is call the Christy Peixote team at 1-925-621-1210, or just look her up online. Christy Peixote, experience counts. Christy Peixote team, realtors. Let's get to the giveaway, shall we? Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone in the comments. Redwood Chapel, good evening. Redwood Chapel is new. Welcome to the show, Redwood Chapel. Also known as the Three Cross Church. So we have two new listeners tonight. We got Chris G, welcome. And we got Redwood Chapel, welcome as well. Cali Life, I hope I did not miss you in the roll call. If I did, I'm giving you another shout out. Eileen found us, and we're glad you found us. Yeah, David, glad you can join us. Let's get to the giveaway, shall we? No longer the midway giveaway, because the show is 90 minutes now on Tuesdays, so it's just the giveaway. If you're not familiar with the giveaway, what we do is every episode we have a trivia question that is posed to the group, and the first person to text the correct answer to 510-331-9112 wins a gift card from the following businesses. And now, to belabor the giveaway again, I'm going to go down the list of all the wonderful gift cards we have. Are you ready? Did you put your seatbelt on? Casey says hi to Eddie. Hi, Casey. Casey is new as well. I don't know who Eddie is, but Casey, welcome to the show. Glad you can join us. Casey, you're just in time for the giveaway. There you go. David Gard says click it or ticket. Wear that seatbelt when you're out driving, and drive safe, please. So I have a lot of gift cards, gift certificates here for us to choose from. Actually, the winner to choose from. Since I do have a moment to spare, I'm going to give you the lowdown when it comes to the midway giveaway. These gift certificates, gift cards, 98% I purchased myself. Why, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to tell you. I love supporting fellow local businesses. I like to give them my money because it keeps them in business. Because why? Because all these business owners in Castro Valley, one, I know them. Two, they're wonderful people. Three, they're my neighbors. And I don't specifically buy gift cards from businesses that I like. I just go to a business and buy a gift card to give it away, because I love supporting local businesses, because I am a local business owner. Also, because when I talk to local business owners and give them my money, they have news tips. There's stuff going on in town that they tell me about. So it's a win-win-win. There's probably 20 wins in the midway. That's not the midway anymore. The giveaway. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you my joy for spending money at local small businesses, and hopefully it might rub off on you, because you know what? We're lucky to have wonderful businesses here in Castro Valley. And we do have wonderful businesses here in Castro Valley. And I'm going to name a few right here and now, if that's okay. It is okay. Pampas, empanadas, Used to be on Castro Valley Boulevard. Now they are on Redwood Road next to Trader Joe's. Holy moly, you're looking for coffee? Cafe 4. 3 Cross Church, right there, John Drive. Holy moly. I'm going to say holy moly before everyone with these gift cards. Anyways, Pete's Ace Hardware. We got $20 to Pete's Ace Hardware. If you don't know where they're at, they're on the boulevard. Pete's Ace Hardware is directly next door to Golfland. Holy smokes, go have some fun at Golfland. They're on the boulevard. One of the coolest shops in Castro Valley that you need to know about right now, that's Restore and Rework. Micaiah's shop, located on San Carlos Avenue. If you're looking for one-of-a-kind gifts, if you have furniture that you want refinished and made to look even more beautiful than it was before, go see Micaiah. I have $20 to the Hallmark store in the Castro Village Shopping Center. No, don't go anywhere because there's a lot more gift cards. If you like other types of coffee and Mediterranean deliciousness, Cafe Rumi on Higher Avenue. I'm going to stop one moment here, one quick second, and I want to let you guys know there has been historically a lot of talk about no good food in Castro Valley. You wouldn't expect it. You wouldn't expect me not being able to pronounce words, but it happens often on this show. Cafe Rumi has delicious Mediterranean food. Try the pink chai latte. If you're a vegetarian, they got you covered. There's vegetarian stuff there. We did a review from Cafe Rumi not too long ago, and delicious stuff. Let's continue, shall we? $20 to Portales. Go see my Aunt Rosa. Portales is on Castro Valley Boulevard. Say hi to my Aunt Rosa. $20 to One Bad Apple Records, located on Castro Valley Boulevard, owned by Handsome Don. Don't miss out on this. Don't miss out on this place. There's $20 to the European Market and Catering, located on Redwood Road. Deliciousness. And the people are just super, super nice there. We have $20 to Elevate Home Decor, located on Somerset. Don't go anywhere because there's a lot more gift cards. We have a certificate that will get you a month of unlimited yoga at Castro Valley Yoga. Includes access to their weekly live stream classes, in addition to their library of recorded classes. Castro Valley Boulevard Business, Castro Valley Yoga. Don't miss out on that. Also, I'm sorry this is taking so long, but I love getting gift cards. I love getting gift cards from Castro Valley businesses. It makes me happy. $20 to Daily Dose Plant-Based Health. They used to have a storefront in the Adobe Center. Now they do all of their business online. That is www.dailydose.com. If you're looking for CBD stuff, you're looking for vegan treats, healthy supplements, Daily Dose is your go-to place. Good news, Crossroads Specialty Foods opened. I have $20 to Crossroads Specialty Foods. If you don't know where they're at, they're located in the shopping center, East Castro Valley Boulevard and Center, kind of where Casper's Hot Dogs is. Anyways, least but not last, we have a gift certificate to Classy Canine Wiggle Rumps. This entitles you to a pet spa, SPAW day at Classy Canine Wiggle Rumps, located on Castro Valley Boulevard, a few doors down from Handsome Don. At One Bad Apple Records. Janella's with us. Good evening, Janella. Janella just sent 400 stars. Thank you, Janella. You are awesome, but you know that already. This is Janella's 39th week. Micaiah is with us as well. Micaiah just sent 200 stars. Micaiah, I hope you heard me mentioning all the wonderful things that you do at Restore and Rework. Where's the gift card here? Yep, found it. Sorry, that was loud. Yes, this is Micaiah right here. If you're looking for one-of-a-kind gifts, if you have furniture that you want made new again, and looking 10 times more beautiful, go see Micaiah at Restore and Rework on San Carlos Avenue. She will take care of you. She's just a cool person also. Thank you for the 200 stars, Micaiah. This is Micaiah's 22nd week sending stars. Let's get to the giveaway part now that I've just ate up like 10 minutes going down gift cards. So again, every episode there is a trivia question, and the first person to provide the correct answer gets the gift card of their choice. Janella just sent another 500 stars. That brings Janella up to 900. Thank you, Janella. I appreciate your support. Janella is another wonderful realtor here in Castro Valley. If you have real estate questions, concerns, if you just want to get some info on the pulse of real estate, go see Janella Anguiano. She is with Century 21 on Redwood Road. I'm going to give you that information one more time because it's important that I enunciate it properly and loudly. See, when you speak, it comes from the diaphragm, you belt it out. Janella Anguiano is your realtor on Redwood Road, Century 21. Go talk to her now if you have real estate questions. Now let's actually get to the giveaway. So again, 510-331-9112 is the phone number for you to text your answers to. And here's the question. Without further ado, you have to give me the location on this one, or the name of a nearby business, which is right next to it. So, where on Redwood Road does a cat hold up time? And be sure to text in your answers to 510-331-9112. Where on Redwood Road does a cat hold up time? This is going to be probably an easy one. That's okay. 510-331-9112. Where on Redwood Road does a cat hold up time? 510-331-9112. Handsome Don is excited for the giveaway. Where on Redwood Road does a cat hold up time? And cats can't hold up time. They can hold you up. They can make you wait. 510-331-9112. I can kind of see what the delay is here because there's been no guesses. There's been one guess in the comments. Very close. I am looking for the address or the nearby business or even the street that it's on or the cross streets. We have guesses that are close, but give me the name of the nearby business or the name of the street that it's on, please, and text. I have a guess here. Castro Valley High School. Good guess, but not correct. So give me the business name nearby or the street. Where on where on Redwood Road, near Redwood Road, does a cat hold up time? Janella, Grove Way, good question. Not correct. Something across from Trader Joe's, good guess, not correct. A lot of people are kind of in the neighborhood, kind of in the neck of the woods. Micaiah is the winner. Congratulations, Micaiah. Yes, the correct answer is Companion Animal Hospital. That's at Leslie and Redwood Road. They have the clock that's held up by Garfield. So, Micaiah, let me know where you want your gift card from. Hopefully, maybe not from your own business. But, Micaiah, we have a number of other businesses that you can choose from. And in addition to that, Micaiah, this is your lucky day, or actually night. Micaiah, I have 1 pound of delicious honey, which is local raw honey. There's nothing added to this but honey from our very own superstar bee charmer, Sung Lee. So, Micaiah, I know where to find you. I will bring you your honey, and you let me know which gift card you would like, and we'll make that happen. Congratulations, Micaiah, for winning tonight's giveaway. Congratulations, Micaiah. Micaiah says she loves their honey. Yeah, yeah. Pro tip, honey and peanut butter sandwich. Delicious. Delicious. And the other thing that I understand that I've heard numerous times on the internet, and I've done a little bit of research on it, is that if you are ingesting honey from your community, it helps your immune system to where you have your allergies can be diminished. I have not tried it. I do not know if that is accurate for me, but it could be accurate for you. Congratulations again, Micaiah. You won the pound of delicious Sung Lee the Bee Charmer honey. Sung Lee graced us on page 1 of a recent magazine. He also spent a lot of time during last Tuesday's show talking about bees and swarming. Yes, CaloLife says it is the same pollen that you ingest, so it helps you not have so much intense allergies. Congratulations again, Micaiah. Oh, I don't think I mentioned. Did I mention this is episode 209? This is. We've done this show 209 times. That's amazing. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. This is episode 209, and I didn't even plan that rhyme out. But you know what? I just want to thank you guys for your patience with my stammering, stumbling, mispronunciations of stuff. It's amazing. It blows my mind that we've done this thing 209 times. That's cool. That's super cool. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much for making this show wonderful. Now I'm going to do that next. I'm going to end the show with good news. So I'm going to swap some things on the list here. Let's do some scams here. I haven't done any scams for a while. I've got 3 hot and juicy ones that I've been sitting on and waiting for them to hatch. I've been sitting on these scams like an eagle, waiting for them to hatch, and here they are. Almost every episode, I handpick some scam solicitations that I've received, some scam solicitations. Someone has my mouth and I need it back. I handpick, select scams that I have received, some scams that other people have received and sent to me, and we discuss them during the show. The point of it is, hopefully, when we see and hear about these scams, we are more astute and less likely to fall for these scams. And some of these scams are just nutty. Here's a couple that are very similar, but not the same. They're similar in their approach. Good night, Janella. Glad you could join us. Michael B's in the house. Good evening, Michael B. Micaiah says, double my giveaway and add another gift card to Restore and Rework. Would love to regift back to our listeners. There you go. But, Micaiah, I will bring you this honey. You have my word on that. Next couple days, I'm going to bring you this honey because it's great honey. Michael B., glad you can join us. Janella, have a wonderful evening. Micaiah, Janella, I think you returned from Disneyland. I hope you had a wonderful trip. And Janella, thank you so much for the stars. Have a great evening. So here's a sort of new scam. And this is one of those things that you receive as an email, and the entire body of the email is something that they want you to click on. It's a phishing thing. They're phishing for information. And this says, Dear blank, your doctor lied to you. You do not need new glasses or eye surgery for crystal clear vision. Do this instead. Then do literally nothing else. No eye injections, no glasses, and no ludicrous eye exercises needed. Just do this in the morning and be amazed as your high definition 20/20 vision returns. So this is the email right here. And basically this entire image here is something that you can click on. And basically this is a tactic to phish, P-H-I-S-H. They're phishing for your information. So what happens is if and when you click on this, you end up in their website and potentially exposing yourself to phishing. I didn't click on the site because I'm not looking to click on the site to get spoofed. But, and this is from someone named David Cooper. So I'm assuming this is looking for people who may have bad vision, older people. See, here's the thing that really chaps my hide is a lot of these scams are geared towards older people. So if you are an older people who are more vulnerable, who are more worrisome about problems that they have, an older person may look at this and say, my vision is not what I would like it to be. This person just sent me some information that I need to know about my vision. And these people, they click on it and they end up having their personal information taken from them or what have you. So let me give you the first red flag here. This email came to me, UPS feedback. And this email has nothing to do with a university, a doctor, anything that would be doing research in the field of optometry. This is, I can't even give you the email address. It's at bhaters.balton sent for site. That tells me this is horse hockey. This is junk. So, friends, also please discuss this with your parents, anyone that you might know that is a senior, older person. Don't click on emails that have an entire image that is just something to click on. They're going to be phishing for your information. They're going to be trying to get you to go to a different website. They're going to try to get you to put in your personal information. Don't do it. It is phishing. It is scam. It's not legit. Here's another scam that I received a couple days ago. Very similar in nature. And this is Redwood Chapel says scammers are good at what they do. It all looks very legitimate. Perfect point. Also check with a friend and see if it's real before you write any personal information or send money. Absolutely, positively, with the utmost urgency. If you receive an email that asks for money or purports to be the DMV or the Social Security or any local law enforcement agency, and if they are demanding money because your driver's license has been suspended, your Social Security account has been suspended, ooh, I got that pronounced right, don't send money. Go directly to the website of these agencies and double check that it's a legit organization. You can go to the DMV website. You can call a local office and talk to them. You can call the local law enforcement. If they say that they're the Alameda County Sheriffs and they want money because there's a warrant, call the actual local phone number and check with them first before you or anyone you know sends any money, because there's a lot of scams that go around with those. With that said, here's another scam that I received recently that is very similar to the last one we were talking about. This is Answer and Win, a brand new portable blender and juicer. This is purportedly, and I like the word purportedly because it's fancy, purportedly from CVS Pharmacy. However, the email address, the return, is another weird, I can't even, SPIND /IGP6 at azurgithy.gkloabgh.sbs. At least you get the amazing red flag before you even open the email, because if you were to be taking a loyalty program survey for CVS, my guess would be the return email address would be something similar to CVS Pharmacy instead of this word blather up here. Anyways, This one here is another one of those main images that this comes up on your screen, I roll my cursor along it, and basically if you click anywhere on it, you end up to a different website. And also, the cool, it's not cool, it's clever. The clever thing that they do with these scams, where the entire image is a clickable link, at the very bottom, if you are like me, you go, hey, I want to unsubscribe. The unsubscribe button at the bottom is also part of the entire image. So if you're trying to unsubscribe, you end up going to their separate website, which is also a phishing link, likely. They're just trying to get your personal information. They're trying to reel you in, and with your free blender and juicer. And more times than not, guys, if something is too good to be true, it's not. I have a couple more minutes, but I do want to, I'm going to save this scam for a future episode. I want to end the show off with some good news and give you a little bit more information in regards to the business that just opened, and some more insight in regards to the Crossroads Market located at Castro Valley Boulevard and that center. It's Crossroads Specialty Foods. We posted something about them the other day and shared a ton of pictures, because I'm going to tell you why they deserve a tip of the cap. The owner, he's a great dude. His name's David. If you ever go into that shop, say hello to David. He's super knowledgeable. They have products from all sorts of countries. We shared a list that was part of all of those businesses. And I'm not saying this as an advertisement for Crossroads, but I want to let you guys know that David, he spent about a year working on that project, and he really stuck it out because he wanted to open up in Castro Valley. And there was a year where he was paying rent on that building because there were a lot of things that he had to do that cost him a lot of money to open at that location. A lot of red tape, a lot of government stuff that he had to go through with the county and permitting and all that stuff. But I want to let you guys know that number one, it's a super, super clean business. He's got a lot of stuff from a lot of different countries. It's amazing. And if you have any questions, just go in and say hi to David and tell him that Robert with Castro Valley News sent you. But I wanted to absolutely share with you, it's really awesome, the amount of time and money that David invested in that project, because it's something that is his baby, and he wanted it to be he wanted it to be classy and top notch, and I think he's really achieved that, because it's really a good looking store. But I also wanted to mention, and I don't want to sound like I'm knocking anybody here, but there are quite a few instances where Pampas was another situation where Pampas wanted to move from the boulevard over to Redwood Road, and there was a almost insurmountable amount of things that businesses, Pampas and Crossroads, have to do in order to open. And I'm not saying that the process should be thrown out the window, but it seems like if there is an amount of money that a business should be required to invest to come up to code to make that project happen, those numbers need to be expressed to these businesses from Jump Street, because a lot of these businesses trying to open up in Alameda County are having a horrible time and an extremely financial strain going through this process, opening their shops here. Pampas were delayed numerous times, and there were a lot of unforeseen things that kind of came up in their process. And I'm super happy that Pablo and his staff have finally reopened at their new location near Trader Joe's. And go say hi to Pablo and have a coffee at Pampas. You'll be glad you did. And try their empanadas. They're delicious. And I'm super glad that David stuck it out and made his dream happen at Crossroads The moral of the story is it is a story that I've heard numerous times. My experience with Castro Valley News and my experience working for the Castro Valley Forum, that unfortunately there are a lot of things that could be done differently to streamline the process for a business to move and or open in general here in the county. And to their credit, and I know there's a lot of flack and there's a lot of detractors in regards to the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council, there have been numerous meetings for a lot of years where a lot of the MAC members have really wanted and advocated the county to streamline the process, to make it easier for a business to open here in Castro Valley or anywhere for that matter. But it seems like it has happened numerous times here in Castro Valley where businesses wanting to open here have kind of been prevented by a lot of red tape. And I'm not saying that red tape is not a good thing. There needs to be processes and inspections to happen. But I think in my heart of hearts that process could be reviewed and made easier and hopefully to a point where it is not an extreme financial burden for businesses to open, where, for example, if you're trying to move your business and this business is inspected and they say you're good to go, but there's another inspection that comes up and says you're not good to go, you need to spend X amount of dollars on this or that, it can kill business. Randall says he went into Crossroads and bought some of their gourmet olives. They were yummy. Yeah, Crossroads has an olive bar. An olive bar of delicious olives from around the world. Their food is wonderful. I can't wait to go back and spend some money on some actual stuff. But anyways, with that said, thank you guys for your patience, for my stammering and stumbling and mispronouncing of words. This is episode 209 of the Castro Valley News live show. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you so much to our first time listeners tonight. We've got Chris G. Redwood Chapel is new tonight. And Casey, 3 new listeners. Thank you guys for making our community awesome and for caring and for taking the time to come here Tuesday nights and talk about things that are happening in our community. Thank you so much to the folks who sent stars tonight. Dennis, Tiffany, Rowena, Bob, Meredith, Ross, Paulette, Don, Maggie, Kathy, Eileen, Janella, and Micaiah. Yes, Redwood Chapel hosting an Easter event this weekend. Hope that folks can join them during the festivities. I would be remiss in my duties not mentioning that Dennis is the king of stars, 68 weeks. Tiffany is the queen of stars, 69 weeks. Thank you so much to Janella, sent 900 stars. You guys are just awesome. Meredith just sent another 100 stars, so that brings Meredith to 200 stars. Thank you, Meredith. Appreciate your support. Guys, that's been episode 209. Thank you to Rick Hollander, who is the executive director of Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats. If you are looking to be a foster to one of their dogs or cats, I'm going to post up the information one more time here, which also has information that will lead you to their website. Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats. The website is www.nobodiesperfectdogs.org. There's also a phone number and an email address. If you don't know who Nobody's Perfect is, they rehome dogs and cats that are deemed not perfect because they have behavioral problems or health problems. These are dogs and cats that would otherwise be euthanized and not have a chance at a healthy life to make humans happy. And I'm going to end this probably not on a happy note, but I'm going to let you know, you probably already know Hank, my dog, was a shelter dog, and he had behavioral problems when we got him. He was in the shelter for quite a bit, and his temperament was changing, but thankfully Hank became my dog for a lot of years, and he gave me a ton of love. He was probably one of one of many wonderful things that happened in my life. But Hank was a blessing. Every day that I had him, even when he pooped on the floor or he stole a loaf of bread from the counter. Yeah. So thank you, Nobody's Perfect, for giving those animals a second chance. And again, they're going to be opening up, I think he said June, at 3810, June or July, 3810 Castro Valley Boulevard. That is episode 209. Thank you, Ross. Hank had a great human. An okay human had a great dog. Anyways, go adopt a shelter dog. They'll change your life and make you so happy. And as always, if you're after getting all the honey, then you don't go killing all the bees. Take care, guys. Thank you.